Okay, looks like it's 0200 Zulu. Time to start the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this Tuesday evening. This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. I'll be net control tonight for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. This group meets on this frequency once a week this time of the evening. Every Tuesday evening on 40 meters. We have a daily net. It meets on 20 meters, 14290. Every day starting at 1600 Zulu this time of the year. Members of our group are active duty, retired, and veterans of the military air forces from all branches. And we include air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, support personnel, and any other appropriate veterans that have experience in the aviation field supporting our military armed forces. See, we also do like to welcome visitors. You don't need to have any experience with the military or with aviation in order to take part in our net. We do like to welcome visitors. The purpose of our group is to promote fellowship between those of us radio amateurs who devoted a portion of our lives supporting the missions of our armed forces. This is a control net, contact net control. Please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in. We have a nice website. I invite you to check it out. It's airforcesflyersclub.org. airforcesflyersclub.org. And there is an online application if you would like to join us and you have the qualifications to do so. We'd love to welcome you as a new member, but that is not necessary in order to check in on the net. Format is I'll use the list that is off of NetLogger. You can find it on NetLogger and monitor the net there, or at least indicate that you're monitoring. And we'll get you checked in here just shortly. We'll also take on the over-the-air check-ins here just shortly. Also, I see K4YDB has just showed up. And let me ask Charlie if he's hearing me. K4YDB, are you there, Charlie, at W5OG? Yeah, you're in S9. Did you get the live streaming up for this evening or not? Okay, we'll have a question of the day, and Charlie has it on his YouTube. You can go to YouTube and then search for K4YDB, that's Yankee Delta Bravo, and select live stream, and you'll see the very simple question of the evening. All right, let me just go through the list that we have so far. I've got Mike, WW5ENZ, helping me with net logging duties, and you can add a couple of them there, Mike, if you don't mind, KQ4HJN, and Charlie, K4YDB. I see they're both in there monitoring. And also we've got KG5PTE, James, with a big signal with his new amplifier down there going. We've got Paul, he's a common visitor with us on the 40-meter net, N5NIR. And the Commander Bob, K1BOB is next. And my younger brother Brian, WB5DRI from down in San Antonio. And out in the West Coast, WA6LJS John. And Russ up in Washington State, King 8 Able Foxtrot, K8AF. Good evening to you, Russ. Also, not yet on the NetLogger list, but monitoring so far, KQ4HJN, that's Steve. Good evening, Steve. And also Charlie, K4YDB. Any other check-ins? Over-the-air check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this Tuesday evening. Members or guests, call now, W5OG.
Check-in, W4PUO. Tango Mobile.
Well, I heard the KB0LTT Mobile. Good evening, Larry. Glad you could join us. Big signal.
Good.
And we'll get you on the list there just shortly. Are you mobile? You said Mobile. Okay, I don't need to ask you that because I heard it. And who is the other station? Who is the other check-in to call now? W5OG?
W4PUO.
Well, good evening, Lee. W4PO. Nice to hear my neighbors. We've had that short skip, but we have a much more frequent short skip here on 40 meters. Glad to have you join us, Lee. W4PUO. You'd get him in there, Mike. And any others, call now, W5OG.
November 5, November, India, Romeo, will be a short timer.
Kilo Bravo 1, I better start writing this down. Kilo Bravo 1, Echo, Romeo, Whiskey. Do I have that right?
That's Roger. Keep calling, Florida.
Yeah, you're not real strong with me, but I did copy it there. We'll get you on the list for sure, and I'll try to get you up to top since you're, Skip, we may be getting better propagation as the sun gets further down. All right, KB1ERW. John, WA6LJS, put a call out from the West Coast, if you would, for check-in. W5OG.
November 5, November, India, Romeo, short timer. November 5, November, India, Romeo, Paul and Moody, short timer.
November 5, November, India, Romeo, who's a short time. Did you get that? Actually, I'm just barely hearing him above my noise. So anyway, yeah, we'll get you in there, Paul, right quick here, just in a couple of minutes. Let me see if how about you, Charlie? K4YDB, would you put a call out for additional check-ins? W5OG.
W5PIX checking in.
Yeah, we'll do. Any other? Did you hear anybody else, Charlie? Okay. If I get Cliff in there, and also Larry, KB0LTT. So we're falling behind on our net logging duties. Maybe I can help you out there, Mike. KB0LTT Mobile. Make sure we don't forget him, and also Kilo Bravo 1 Echo Romeo Whiskey.
KB0LPT came out as Gloria. I think I got the wrong call sign.
It's Kilo Bravo 0 Lima Tango Tango. Is that right, Larry?
Yeah, go ahead, Dale. I was in the bunk for a second.
Yeah, KB0LTT, Mike.
All right, I got it. WW5ENZ.
Yeah, not Gloria. All right, Charlie, K4YDB. Well, you already did. You put a call out. All right, let me get to the question of the day. Very simple, easy question with the current events. Very current. And the question has to do with today, as a matter of fact. NATO and Ukrainian officials were to hold emergency talks today. And hold on a second. Okay, we're going to take care of that very, very vocal cat that we have. All right, I think she wants either to be fed or to go out. All right, anyway, NATO and Ukrainian officials were to hold emergency talks today after Russia escalated hostilities with an alleged hypersonic missile strike on a military facility in Dnipro, Ukraine, last Thursday. President Vladimir Putin confirmed that Russia used its newly developed hypersonic Oreshnik ballistic missile in retaliation for Kiev's use of U.S. and British long-range missiles, claiming it is impossible to intercept this new missile. And my question for the evening, and I'll repeat any of this that you would like, or you can find it on the live stream as I mentioned. The question is, Russia claims the hypersonic missile exceeded which of the following? Which of the following speeds did Russia claim that the hypersonic missile exceeded? A is Mach 5, B is Mach 8, Charlie is Mach 10, and Delta is Mach 12. Did Putin claim that it exceeded Mach 5, or did he say Mach 8, Mach 10, or Mach 12? That's the question. Very simple question. And you can take a gander at it, maybe learn a couple of things about what's going on here as we are slowly, it looks like at least, heading toward World War III here. Hopefully not. And hopefully common sense will prevail for sure. All right, let me see, there's still a couple more to go on the list here. KQ4HJN, also I don't want to forget KB1ERW, who was very light with me. And I also will recognize the N5NIR that needs to be a short timer. So we'll get him at the top of the list there this evening, and then I'll go to Larry in the 18-wheel mobile. N5NIR, Paul, go ahead. You're up for the net. W5OG. Is he talking?
I don't hear him.
N5NIR, are you there, Paul? W5OG?
Paul, they're calling me.
Paul, you're up.
Well, he may have had to pay a real short time there. I don't know. I'm sorry I missed him. All right, let's go to Larry. KB0LTT. Where are you this evening, Larry? You had a big signal with me. W5OG, you're up.
Well, good evening, Dale, and good evening to all the flyers. Current location is Knightstown, KNIGHTSOWN, Knightstown, Indiana, near Newcastle, Henry County, Marlin Field. I was going to give a quick ATIS for that airfield there. Your signal's 20 over 9 up here, by the way, Dale. Beautiful signal. A lot of nice signals with 40 meters. But that seems to be in pretty good condition. Excuse me. Wind 230 at 3. The sky is clear. Visibility 10. Temperature 37. Dew point 28. Humidity 70%. And the altimeter is 3012. So that's the weather report from this location. And I'm going to go with, which one was Mach? Let's see. What was it? Mach 10? Did you say Mach 10?
Yeah, that was answer Charlie. Yeah, Charlie is Mach 10, 1-0.
Okay, I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with Mach 10 for the answer. Pretty neat development happening in that particular field. So that's my answer. Back over to you, Dale. W5OG, KB0LTT.
All right, Larry, big signal and excellent quality from your mobile there, like you always have. And so are you all equipped with chains and everything already in case you get in a snow situation there, Larry? I know you go up to North Dakota, so you'd have to be ready for that. Are you ready for that, Larry? Over?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm always prepared for weather year-round, as a matter of fact, because you just never know what can happen. But what I've done, I don't travel the mountain states during the wintertime that have chain laws, but I always keep a set of chains with me, to get myself out of a pinch. But if the weather's bad enough out, I generally just get off the road. I just park it. If the roads are icy, I have a standing rule that I live by. The first vehicle I see slide off the road, I get off the road. So that's just something I live by. If I see a vehicle slide off the road, I find a place and I get off the road. Or if it's a bad situation, like a bad blizzard up ahead, I just park it before I get to it and wait it out. So those are just some precautions that I take while out here on the road. Over.
Yeah, very fine. Well, that makes a whole lot of sense to me, and I can understand that. I think I would adopt those same kind of rules if I were in your place. All right, let's move along. Let's go. Let me take another standby for Paul. N5NIR, are you with us, Paul? W5OG? I heard him earlier, and I don't guess he's around now. Let's go to Mike, WW5ENZ. Go ahead, Mike, you're up, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, W5ENZ. Yeah, NetLogger is interesting. I guess somebody's helping me out there. So we're kind of typing over each other and moving things around. So hopefully it's under control now. I apologize for that, but it's tough when there's a couple of you working it. And anyway, we got it. Let's see, got a great night here. Not too bad anyway. I'm probably going to be freezing by morning, but other than that, we're good. As far as the Russians go, yeah, they've been messing around with this thing for a while. I guess they finally, I got a great place to test it, I guess. I think they claim Charlie, Mach 10. I don't know if that's been verified or not, but anyway, we need to get our program going a little bit faster. I was kind of aware of it when I was at Tinker, but it slows down. I don't know. I think we must have too many DNR people working around there or something. I don't know. Just kidding. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, Dale. I'll be here to the bottom. W5Og Net.
Okay, fine, Mike. Yeah, I agree. That's one of the reasons I wanted to ask this question tonight, was to, I guess, raise all of our interest in it. And I agree with you completely. Whatever happened to our program? If we still got anything working, I think that ARRW thing, the Aero deal, that was pretty much ended in a flop. And they've been working on that for 20 years or so. I'm a bit disappointed and somewhat ashamed to admit that it looks like we're falling behind in that area. Maybe Bob or the other Bob, XRG, have some information on that on the Daily Net. Okay, let's go to James, KG5PTE. Go ahead, James. What else do you have this evening? Yeah, you're up, W5OG.
K3IFO. Dale, I got somebody queuing up, tuning up on top of me. W5OG KG5PT, and it sounds like you had a check-in as well. And I see Justin KB7LAK lurking on the aim window here too. So, and then you had a check-in. I think I'm going to go Mach 5 Alpha. I was doing a little studying on that before, and I think I'm just going to go. I'm going to go low Alpha. And Paul Molina, N5NR, texted me and said he lost all signal with you, Dale. He could not hear, he could not receive. So somebody down there in Moody, Texas, kicked on the inverters for the solar panels and just blew him out the door. So he's not hearing nothing but high-level noise. So that's what he wanted me to tell y'all. So he tried to get in here, but somebody flipped the switch somewhere. And Larry, KB0LTT, good to hear you on the air tonight. And we can't wait to come out and visit you there in Orlando in February, Bob and I, and probably Cliff and I. And I'm sure we'll be getting in touch with you real soon, fill you in on the details when we're going to be up there. I'm actually driving this time, Larry, from Belton all the way to Bob's house there in Tampa. So we'll be seeing you again in February, Lord willing, at the Hamcation. With that, Dale, I'll turn it back to Net Control. Thank you for running the net tonight, Dale, and you guys have a safe and ride to Tulsa, and happy Thanksgiving. W5OG KG5PT. My answer is Alpha.
Okay, James, got you down for Alpha. For all the reasons that you gave there, I guess. Mighty fine. And yeah, your signal is way down now in just that short period since we started the net. So I think the ship is lengthening out. I probably would be smart to get Lee a W4PUO before I lose him. He's probably the next closest. Lee, why don't you go ahead and take a turn? W4PUO, W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, W4PUO. Conditions are changing a little bit. Plus, there's some QR Mary next to us at 7210 tuning up there. Well, fine. I'm copying you loud and clear, Dale. Signal strength is down a little bit from before, but still very, very good. And thanks for bringing me in. You know, I was thinking about this hypersonic business, and there's a couple of factors in its trajectory. You don't want to be as high as you were with a ballistic missile because of the time involved and also the amount of fuel it takes. So I'm going to say a flatter trajectory is going to keep you down where it's going to be hotter the faster you go, of course. And I think Mach 5 is probably the lower limit for hypersonic. And that's probably a good tactical speed for the ranged missiles we're talking about. So I'm going to say Mach 5 and Alpha. and see if that teaches me anything. And Dale, thanks for doing the net. W5OG, W4PUO.
All right, Lee. Yeah, that probably was smart. You're already down to the 7. You were at S9 before. So we're losing our short skip here. All right, let's go to Brian, WB5DRI, and I'll get to you next, Cliff, since you're the next closest, I think. Brian, WB5DRI. Good evening, Brian. What do you have for our net? W5OG.
Dale, I think Bob is in front of me, K1DOB.
Yeah, I was going to get the folks close in here. I think I'll get a good skip with Bob, but anyway, yeah, go ahead, Brian. Bob, you don't mind waiting just a minute. I'm sure the answer would be yes. So anyway, go ahead, Brian. Take your turn. W5OG.
Okay, Dale, real fine. W5OG in the net. This is WB5DRI. Brian down here in San Antonio. Good evening, Dale, and love to you and Carol in there. And good evening to all the flyers and to the net. Nice evening going on down here. And very good question, Dale. Very pertinent with news, with things that are going on. I think their ICBM that the Russians shot was, I know it was hypersonic, but I think it also had about 5 MIRVs on it. Of course, it's had conventional weapons on each of them, but 5 different payloads as a part of that missile that were targeted on that Ukrainian city. So anyway, I'm going to go with Charlie, Mach 10, and see how that comes out. I think it was every bit of that. The Russians, I think, are a little bit ahead of us. I'm not sure if we have anything that goes quite that fast yet, but we should have. But I think we got sidetracked, and now we're behind and trying to play catch up. Anyway, Dale, thanks for getting us all in there this evening. I'll turn it back to you, W5OG. And by the way, you're 15 over here in San Antonio. WB5DRI, back to net. Good evening, everybody.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, so far you're 15 over also here. Good signal. So, all right. Mighty fine. Got your answer. Charlie, let's try the commander. K1BOB. Go ahead, Bob. You're up. W5OG.
Okay, thank you, Dale. I'm not sure I'm 15 over, but that's okay. And very good question there. Yeah, the Russians like to lie. There's no doubt about that. They've been doing that for years about their nukes and their reliable nukes and what they can use. And that's kind of old school stuff. But and they like to lie about the new stuff too. So I think they said it was Mach 10. I read that somewhere. I don't know where. But they probably don't have anything better than we do or less, which we have Mach 6, I think. And so put me down for answer Charlie. I'm pretty sure that's correct. They lied about that, and they lied about a lot of things. And how many things they have available, especially nuclear weapons, which is probably pretty sad if you get into a lot of documentaries on that. Anyway, good to hear everybody tonight. I'm anxious to hear how John sounds out there in California. And I'm hearing everybody here quite well. This is K1BOB. Back to you, Dale.
All right, Bob. Yeah, speaking of speaking of John, he's coming right up here in just a second. But yeah, I did not realize that we had anything. Even that you mentioned Mach 6 there. Let's hope that they're, some of these secret programs, they're successful in keeping them quiet, and I just hope that's the case here. All right, let's go to John. WA6LJS. Hopefully you can still hear me, John. You had a big signal before. W5OG.
Oh, yeah, W5OG, WA6LJS. Good evening to the net. Yeah, I'm here to everybody. You're 10 over. K1BOB was 10 over, and Mike was about S9. And even Larry, the Mobile, I was hearing about an S7. Anyway, let's see. Answer to the question. I'm going to say Mach 10. Put me down for 2 Charlie. So
I'll join that line and see Charlie. So other than that, nothing else going on here. Everybody's coming in locally. You don't even need the SPR yet today. Back to you, Dale. W5OG, W6LJS.
Okay, John. Yeah, you're still S9, so that's great. All right, let's try Russ up in Washington State. This should be interesting, and hopefully we can hear you there, Russ. K8 April Foxtrot. You're up, Russ, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, W5OG K8AF. I've got a good copy on most everybody tonight. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And good question. I think probably Putin said it was Mach 10, but I kind of thought that. So it's probably Alpha, more likely Mach 5, and I'll give him credit. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Split this difference and go with Bravo, going Mach 8. So that's my answer. I hope everyone's doing good. We had a decent day out here. A little chillier, but it's winter, so, or it's almost winter, so that's what how about you, Dale, W5OG, KAAF, and thanks for letting me know.
Okay, Russ. Yeah, good signal. You're in S9 with me, so we're covering the whole country here pretty well tonight. 40 meters is a pretty good band for this. All right, let's go. Let's see. Did I get Cliff in here? No, I didn't. W5PIX. Sorry, Cliff. I didn't want to leave you out, but you're also one of these close-in ones. I should have had you there. Go ahead, Cliff. W5PIX, W5OG.
Well, W5OG, really on the SPR there, and I'm having no problem hearing you whatsoever. And good evening, Brian. I hear you just loud and proud. John also, and Washington Station, even Lee over there in Bellevue. Good evening, Lee. And I have no problem hearing anybody. You're up there about 15 over. Bob was a little bit down, but audio was outstanding. So, you don't always need power to carry the signal through. But anyways, it was very, very good. And I'm sitting here looking at all the meters. And Mach 10 is, like the commander says, they exaggerate. They're very good at exaggerating. They can't even build a decent submarine without having problems. So, 8 is in the middle, and I don't know. Charlie is still bouncing out of my head. I'll just go Charlie. So, everybody's sounding good so far. And good evening, Larry, over there in Indiana. This is W5PIX, back to W5OG.
All right, Cliff. Yeah, you're still coming in, but not nearly as strong as you were just before the net started. So the skip is lengthening out for sure. Got you down for Charlie, and we'll try and squeeze in a 73 round here just shortly. But let's go to is this Sylvia? I think I don't know if your name shows up as Sylvan. I don't think that's right. KB1ERW. Go ahead and let me see if I can pull you in. W5OG. Standby check-in. KB1ERW. Are you there? W5OG. Well, I don't know. Anybody hear that station? Charlie, put a call out if you would there. K4YDB, see if you can get KB1ERW.
Welcome. This is K4YDB relaying for net control. KB1ERW. KB1ERW. This is K4YDB relay. Your turn. I don't hear anything, Dale, but I heard a check-in way down in the noise.
Yeah, who's the check-in? Go ahead, check-in, W5OG. The claims that Putin made, that was my question. Russia claimed that the hypersonic missile exceeded which speed? And it was Mach 5, Mach 8, Mach 10, or Mach 12. Which one did they claim it was there, Justin? Go ahead. Okay. All right, Justin. I think, was there another check-in? Was there another station wanting to check in? Call now, W5OG? I guess not. All right, let's move along. We got the KB1ERW. Didn't respond. And let's see. Let's try Steve down in Florida. KQ4HJN. Steve, go ahead. You're up. W5OG.
Okay there, Dale. I'm having a hard time. It's not good conditions here, but I think I heard something about 8,000 miles an hour, so that would be closer to Mach 12. Now, whether that's true or just they're exaggerating, but I'm going to go with Delta, Mach 12. And just for FYI, I'd like to meet some of you and anybody that's coming to Hamcation. My email is my call sign at gmail.com, and I will be there all 3 days. So it's coming up, and just a FYI. So back to you, Dale. KQ4HJ and Claire.
Okay, fine, Steve, and thank you for that invite. I'm not planning on it as of right now. I know James is going. I guess James is KG5PTE from Belton, Texas, and also Cliff, W5PIX, is going to be down there. So and plus K2SJP from Tampa, of course, he'll be there. So the three of them, I think, are planning to get together with you there some way. But we've got your is KQ4HJN at Gmail. Is that it, Steve?
Yes, that's correct, at gmail.com.
Okay, well, we'll make sure that we get you guys together there ahead of time. All right, so we've got your answer as Delta. K4, next is you, Charlie. K4YDB. Go ahead, you're up, W5OG.
W5OG, K4YDB. Well, good evening again, Dale. I hope that you're doing well this nice, cool evening. Right now it's about 44 degrees here. Supposed to get down into the high 30s tonight. Got next week coming up that we're really looking forward to all this cold weather we're supposed to be getting in here. Right now, so far, conditions have been pretty good here. I'm hearing everybody. The only one I didn't hear was Justin, LAK, but I could tell he was in there. Didn't get a lot accomplished today. I had to go uptown and get some groceries and go by to the drugstore and take care of some get some medication over there, and came back and cleaned house just a little bit, and then I actually did set an alarm for the net tonight, so I didn't want to miss it. But anyway, not a lot else going on over here, so I'll turn it back to you. You want my answer? I'm gonna go with Charlie on this one. I've heard something about it, but I didn't pay no attention to the speed that they were talking about. But anyway, W5OG, K4YDB, I'm back tonight.
Okay, Charlie. Yeah, good signal. You're holding up quite nicely over the over the S9 mark. Not over 8 Mach yet. So, oh my. All right, Charlie, mighty fine, and thank you for doing the live stream and putting that up there for us. All right, let's see about Bob up in Longview, Washington, W7ASH. Bob, you're up. Good evening, W5OG. Are you hearing him, John? I don't hear him.
He has them.
Is he still talking?
Yes, he is. He's turning Dale, and he's going with Charlie.
Okay, fine. Thank you, John. And unfortunately, I didn't get the SDR up in time to hear any of that. And I apologize for that because I should have had it already up. At first, it started at the start of that. I didn't think I was going to need it. But you were a little bit down with me there, Bob. So anyway, Mighty Fine got your answer, Charlie. And that looks like the bottom of the list, and I don't think I missed anyone because I've got the answers by everyone here on my list. And we did try N5NIR a couple of 3 times, and also KB1ERW. All right, well, let me give the answer to the question, and then we'll go through a quick 73 round here. The question again was that the NATO and Ukrainian officials, I'm going to say that they were scheduled to hold talks. I don't know if that happened or not. I expect that it did because I know there was a lot of stuff going on about the escalation of the Ukraine war. Anyway, they were supposed to hold talks between Ukrainian officials and NATO today after Russia escalated hostilities with an alleged hypersonic missile strike on a military facility in Dnipro, Ukraine last Thursday. President Vladimir Putin confirmed that Russia used its newly developed hypersonic Oreshnik ballistic missile in retaliation for Kiev's use of U.S. and British long-range missiles, claiming it is impossible to intercept this new missile. My question of the evening was, Russia claims that the hypersonic missile exceeded which of the following The answer was Mach 10. Actually, the Ukrainians said it was a Mach 11. I didn't hear any mention of Mach 12, so that would not be the answer, but it was Mach 10. The U.S. officials on the article that I read said that that it actually was closer to Mach 5. So, and I think a couple of other of you already mentioned that. So that perhaps would be more realistic. But it still obviously was a very effective weapon. And well, I don't know how effective it was. It is still in its testing phase, as I understand it, that they're using it while testing. And it does have that multiple MIRV capability that Brian was talking about. They're talking about six subsystems, with each of those having 6. So there's 36 possible blasts possible from that one weapon. Obviously, it's pretty sophisticated. And I don't know what the U.S. reaction is, other than they claim that it was closer to Mach 5, which is still pretty impressive. All right, well, let's go ahead and go through a quick 73 round. I'm going to start with, I'll take a listen for N5NIR and see if he might be back. Paul, are you there, N5NIR, W5OG? Well, I don't hear him. And before I go to the 73 round, and I'll start off with Larry in the Mobile, but let me take a quick standby and see if there's any additional last check-ins. Last call for check-ins, Air Force and Flyers Club Net members or guests. Call now, W5OG. Was there a check-in there, Cliff?
I heard something sound like a check-in. Go ahead.
Kilo Echo 8 Whiskey Juliet Tango. Do I have that right? Is it Dave Delta Alpha Victor Echo? Dave in Yuma, Arizona. Mighty fine. Well, thank you for joining us on the net tonight, Dave. Are you familiar with the Air Force and Flyers Club Net? Over. Yeah, I was just wondering if you were familiar with our net. It's the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We meet every day on 20 meters, but just once a week here on 40 meters. Are you familiar with our net, Dave? Over. You're running 10 watts on 40 meters. That's amazing. I am hearing you. You're Q5. You're a solid copy, but only about an S6, just above my noise. Anything else for the net tonight, David? We're just about ready to start our 73 round. Over. All right, Dave. Mighty fine. Good signal from 10 watts for sure. And go check out our website, airforcesflyersclub.org. You can find out all about the group. All right, let's go to Larry. KB0LTT, 73 round, Larry, W5OG.
Yeah, okay, Dale. By golly, I have a solid copy. I mean, solid copy on you all the way. I really gave the answer to the question. I missed the answer to the question. I hit a bunch of line noise. It just completely wiped you out. So keep my copy all the way until there. So I don't know what the answer is, but I'm guessing that you'll play it again after I get to you. I will thank each and every one of you. Holiday traffic. I mean, it's terrible. In this part of the country especially. So S-73 is all the way around.
All right, Larry, mighty fine. Well, yeah, and actually those roads around Indianapolis, as I recall, when we went up to Dayton here 2 years ago, man, it was rough up there on some of those interstates. So anyway, have a good rest of your evening there, and do drive safe, and we'll hopefully see you on the daytime net tomorrow. All right, let's go to Mike, WW5ENZ. Thanks for the help with NetLogger today, Mike. You're up, W5OG. Oh, and the answer was Charlie, Larry. The answer was Charlie was the answer. Mach 10 was the speed that they claimed. Our folks said it may have been closer to Mach 5. Still pretty impressive. Go ahead, Mike, WW5ENZ, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, W5ENZ. Wow, damn, you know, you were right. It was falling away until you started moving stations around, which was a good idea. Because just about lost everything. I don't know. Anyway, have a great evening. It's a lot of fun, and we always got to keep an eye on these guys. At least now I think we've got a little bit stronger administration coming in. So I've got hope. WW5ENZ 73, everybody.
Yeah, fine, Mike. Yeah, you're way down from where you were. You were over the 9 mark by 10, 20 dBs, and now you're just at the noise. But it did give me time to get the SDRs up and going, so and that's filling in the gaps there. All right, let's go to James, KG5PTE. Go ahead, James, W5OG.
Well, W5OG, KG5PTE group. Me and Mark are here in the shack. She's found her a new home, Dale. She wants to sit right on top of my amplifier where it's warm and listen to me talk on the radio. She's right here with me right now. But she's quiet. She don't meow or nothing like that. She likes to listen. Anyway, great answer. I did not know Mach 10 was even capable, but that's the right answer. Mach 10, wow, that's a lot. Anyway, I'm on April Leak. If anybody wants to jump on there for a little bit, Chris and I are in there. And like I said, John, Steve, KQ4HJN, I got your email address and already responded to you. So we'll keep in contact. So 7-3, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow on 20 meters. W5OG in the group, KG5PT. I'll be clear on your final.
All right, James, mighty fine. Yeah, you're coming in good on the Utah SDR there. No worries. And let me see if I can get Lee. Yeah, 7-3 to you, James. We'll see you tomorrow on the net there. Lee, W4PUO, and I may need somebody out west. Maybe you, Bob. I think you'd be probably good skip distance to Lee there. W4PUO, go ahead. You're up. W5OG.
W5OG, are you copying me now, Dale?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Go ahead, Lee.
Yeah, W5OG is W4PUO. I'm having a little bit of trouble in the shack here, so I'll just give you my 73 then. Thanks again for a nice evening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning maybe. W4PUO, and good evening to everybody, and thanks for being on the net with me.
All right, Lee. Nice evening there. Glad you could join us tonight. That's great. All right, Brian, WB5DRI. Let's see if you're holding up there, Brian, W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, WB5DRI. Well, I'm still copying you about S5, S6, Dale, on the radio, but I'm hearing you well on the SDRs. Hope you're hearing me. Good net, Dale. Enjoyed it, and I wanted to tell you I did work some new DX. There's a DXpedition in the Gambia in West Central Africa. Well, it's sort of West Africa. It's in the middle of Senegal, and boy, is it a small country. But they have a DXpedition there, Charlie 5 Tango. I was wondering if you had a chance to work them. Anyway, 73s and 88s. Dale, thanks. Back to you. W5OG, WB5DRI, back to net. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, I didn't need it, Brian, and I've already got it confirmed. But, yeah, I did hear about it. I have not heard them on the air yet. Charlie 5 Tango. Very interesting. Thank you for that. And yeah, you're way down now. You're just at above the noise. So even with your big signal there, you can't fight Mother Nature. That's for sure. All right, let's go to Bob, K1BOB. I bet you're holding up well there, Bob. Go ahead, W5OG.
K1B, I'm not sure about that. I heard Lee there, W4PU. I tried to relay back there. He said he was hearing everybody mostly, and conditions were going down, I think. So anyway, K1BOB, good question. I've heard about this recently, so on the question, so I enjoyed it, Dale. So very good. K1BOB, thank you, Dale.
Yeah, I saw that, and I thought, well, it'd be a simple question for the evening net. We don't like to hold it too terribly long. Most folks are ready to, get on with their evening there. So anyway, good question, I think, for tonight at least. Thank you, Bob, for being there. WA6LJS, John, thank you for being there as well. And 73 round, W5OG. Yeah, you'll have to pick his brain about the subject of the day there for us, John. See what he has to say about the hypersonic missiles and how fast they can go. It sounds like Justin is the one that's got the inside track on all this. Very interesting, and naturally he can't talk about it. But he referenced the fact that we probably would be disturbed if we knew all the knowledge, so I don't want to know. It sounds like bad news. All right, let's go to Russ. K8, and good evening to you, John. And we'll move along to Russ, K8, April Foxtrot, or Alpha Foxtrot. You're up there, Russ, W5OG.
W5OG, K8AF. Yeah, thanks, Dale. Thanks for running the net, 73 to all. And good question. Hope everyone has a good night and a good Thanksgiving, and hopefully we'll talk to you all tomorrow.
All right, Russ, I just remembered I'm going to be traveling tomorrow. We'll be driving up to Tulsa, so I may be on the net, but I probably will just leave it to Echo Link. I can do that for you. It won't be easy. I can do the other also, but it's actually not much difference, but I don't. I like to concentrate more on my driving. At my age, I have to, I could do a lot of things at the same time. Just a few short years ago, now it's more difficult. All right, let's go to Uncle Cliff, W5PIX. He doesn't know anything at all about getting older. W5OG, go ahead, Cliff.
I don't know anything about getting old, my goodness. I know I'm capable of doing a lot of things. I'm catching up to you. Oh, my goodness. Larry, be safe out there in Indiana. I know what it's like. But yeah, I got to use a little bit of the SCR there from Lee. John, you were playing something tonight on me. Of course, I'm using my 40 meter normal position there, so you were sounding good. And the gentleman there in Arizona down here in the gym, my goodness, Tim Washington just blasting in here. So, here in San Antonio, so he's listening. That's very good. Don't ever sell it. Anyways, it was a good guest. Yeah, James and I are over on Echo Link. If anybody wants to join us, after the net here, we'll be there. And anyway, but yeah, conditions did change. Mike's still blowing strong. Keith Mike, that is. And now, you fell in the mud, but that's all right. That's what SPRs are good for. Anyways, good place to know. Well, I fell asleep a little bit. Just finally had to wake me up and think, your nets on there. You know, I'm watching Dancing with Stars. Girls have to watch Dancing with Stars. So anyway, they give me good excuse to get out of the house. Final episode. Anyway, everybody's doing things. Cameron's got to make some more money time for his buddies there at work. They like his last match. So now he's making stuff with apple cider and whatever. I don't know, but whatever it is, he's good at it. But it's just a hobby, he tells me. So anyways, I guess I'll pass it back to you, Dale, and all jumping out there. Hey, happy Thanksgiving days for the evening, but anyway, 7:30's over. I'll get you on info. This 75 CI W5Og.
All right, fine. Hold on. Yeah, fine, Cliff. Good. You're coming in good on the SCR. I can hear you locally, but I have to dig you out of the noise. All right, let's see if maybe still I'm not sure. KB1 Echo Romeo Whiskey down in Cape Coral, Florida. Are you here for the 73 round? If so, you're up. W5Og. Well, we took a quick listen anyway. Justin, KB7LAK, 73, Justin, W5Og.
Yeah, W5Og. You're coming in pretty good on the electric radio. I still have to hear everybody else on the SDR. There's so much noise here. I did it about 40 weeks ago. It's Toronto, and there's just kind of an issue with what we're doing. We're doing some pretty impressive things, and we talked about materials. I'm going to go back to the space program. But we're just kind of behind. We were behind 20 years ago, but I think we're picking it up. It's going to go pretty exciting. Anyway, I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, once it's done, so there's a lot of like that.
All right, Justin. Well, you know, we took 8 years off there through the Obama years, and you can't do that. When technology is advancing as fast as it is these days, you can't let it go for 8 years. You fall way behind. Anyway, that's just my personal impression. All right, let's go to Steve, KQ4HJN. Steve, I hope you're still hearing me. 73 W5Og.
Well, not much more to add. I got Jim's email and responded already, and so we'll just say 73s and looking forward to meeting a bunch of you come to communication. So 73s, and back to you, Dale.
Yeah, mighty fine, Steve. I'm sure that's going to be fun. So anyway, have a good evening and happy Thanksgiving there. Let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. Thanks for the live stream help there, Charlie, W5Og.
W5Og K4YDB. Well, that's okay, but Dale, I enjoy doing it. Well, conditions here we're pretty good here tonight. I only had one person. Now that Justin just came back and came through, and his signal came up, and so far the only one I'm missing is Bob W7ASH. That's the only one I'm missing. I'll have everybody tonight on my radio. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day. We'll look for you tomorrow on 20 meters. K4Y to be back tonight.
All right. Good evening, Charlie, and thanks for being there. All right, let's go to Bob, W7ASH. Hopefully I can hear you this time. Bob, you're up for the 73 round, W5Og. All right, Bob. Yeah, I heard you fine on the SDR there. Coming in good, even off the side of that eastward facing log periodic that they have. Well, let me call the QRP station again there, Dave. If you're still there, go ahead and take a 73 round. KE8 Whiskey Juliet Tango in Yuma. Are you there, David? At W5OG. All right, Dave. My fine. What antenna? What antenna are you using, Dave? Over. Well, it's doing a terrific job for you. I was expecting you to say that you had a full-size 4-element Yagi at 140 feet or something. That's what I would have expected, because you're really putting out a good signal with 10-1. That was great, Dave. Glad that you could join us. Come back. We're on, like I say, every Tuesday evening here, starting at about 0200 Zulu. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Let's go to, let's see, we've had John. I don't think I had asked for you to come in. You may be a newcomer here. November 8 Alpha Juliet Charlie. If you're there, John, you're up for a net. W5OG. Well, I could hear you there, John. I think you said you filled out the membership application, but did you turn it back after that, John? Well, something about an email, but I apologize. My noise level seems like it's going up, and the conditions are not getting any better. But anyway, yeah, we're glad to that you found I guess you found the online application, and I guess that means that you are a veteran of the military services somewhere or another connected with aviation, and for that we thank you for your service. Anything else for the net tonight, John? Go ahead. All right, great. Well, we'll be happy to welcome you as a new member there. And again, we do have a 20-meter net that meets every day at what is it, 1600 Zulu this time of the year, 10 o'clock local in the central part of the country, and out that'd be 11 a.m. each day on the east coast there. So anyway, that's the bottom of the list. So let me take a quick scan by any last-minute comments or late check-ins. Call now, W5OG. Yeah, Victor Echo 3, Juliet Echo Alpha, was it? I may have that middle letter incorrect on your suffix. Was it Juliet Echo Alpha? Is that correct? Okay, Gary. Yeah, solid there that time. Victor Echo 3, Juliet Echo Alpha. Well, we're just at the end of the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Anything for the net tonight there, Gary? Over. Yeah, I didn't copy a whole lot of that. I didn't get the volume turned up on the SDR fast enough. Anyway, you say you're, I think you said 40 miles north of the border. Is that right? Where are you located, Gary? Over. Okay, that's solid. You're coming in good on the Utah SDR there, Gary. Anyway, mighty fine. Glad to have you join us this evening. We're just ready to shut the net down. Do you have anything further for us, Gary? And I did get just you're halfway between Detroit and Niagara Falls here, I believe you said, or maybe Buffalo. Anyway, anything else for the net there? Go ahead, Gary. All right, Gary. Yeah, solid copy on the SDR. So, mighty fine. Thank you for joining us. All right, any other last minute check-ins before we close? W5OG. Okay, this has been the Tuesday evening Air Force's Flyers Club net. I thank everyone for their participation, for checking in on our net, and taking part with the question of the day. Appreciate all the input there, and I appreciate the help from our netlogger assistant there, W5ENZ. Thank you, Mike. And I'm going to add Gary to our list here before I close the net down there, Mike. So 7-3 to all. Have a very happy Thanksgiving. If I don't get a chance to talk to you, I'm going to be on the road tomorrow. I will be running the Thursday morning net from remote there from Tulsa. So anyway, 7-3 all, have a very good evening. W5OG now closing the Air Force's Flyers Club net, returning the frequency to normal amateur use. 7-3 all.